Lee Chae-min confesses about I am Yoon-ah, emotion, chemistry and secret feelings. Hello, lovely viewers, and a warm shout out from our YouTube family at. We're so glad you're here. If you enjoy this piece, please show some love and support for our channel. A quick note before we begin. This video and article weave together direct moments, recollections, and a few inferences. Some details are interpretive and may not fully reflect reality. Take the romance with a pinch of cinematic salt, and enjoy the ride. If you've ever wondered what happens when a historical costume drama, a dash of royal cooking, and a generous portion of human awkwardness collide, then sit back. Our two leads, Yoon-ah and Lee Chae-min, have offered up a behind-the-scenes cocktail of tenderness, professional admiration, and those tiny moments that make fans whisper, "Did you see that?" Only here, the garnish is a confession that borders on poetry. It almost felt like I was living a love story beyond the camera. Let's be honest, it's hard to resist a story where food, monarchy, and slow burn chemistry share the same frame. The show, affectionately referred to by fans as Bon Appetit, Your Majesty, is the kind of series that steals your evening, your snacks, and occasionally your ability to remain emotionally neutral while watching two people chop onions and fall in love by osmosis. The pair's on-screen alchemy has left global audiences tuning in and whispering the same question: where does acting end and life begin? Lee Chae-min, in that wonderfully candid way some actors have, the one where honesty slips out while they're trying to sound professional, said, "I never thought about the age gap in acting." It's a sentence that reads like logic but lands like a confession. He explains that while fully inhabiting his character he was completely immersed, but off-camera Yoon-ah's presence worked differently, an idol's polish, a mentor's steadiness, and, yes, a crush that added an extra beat to his heart. The result, admiration that began as professional respect and warmed into something more like a private fan letter, written with the honesty of someone who cooks on set for a living and knows how to season a moment perfectly. There's something charmingly human about the way he describes those blurred boundaries. When he admits the lines between acting and reality sometimes softened, you can almost hear the soft clatter of plates and the hum of stage lights. He learned from her about craft, about patience, about how to carry oneself under the lens of global attention, but he also learned about being moved by the ordinary moments that don't make headlines. A shared laugh between takes, a quiet encouragement before a difficult scene, the kind of gaze that says both, "You've got this," and, "You intrigue me." Yoon-ah's response reads like a gentle poem about leaving a piece of her heart on set. "I spent this whole year living as my wife." Character, Yoon Ji-young, she shared. And you can almost see the slow exhale that follows an intense creative journey. 12 episodes became 8 months in her life, a reality in which cooking with love translated into living with love, for the character, the crew, and the intangible community that forms on long shoots. Her sadness at the finale is sincere. Endings are strange things when you've been living a borrowed life. They feel like closing a book that somehow taught you a new language. She speaks with gratitude for memories etched into her heart. And that word, etched, is not accidental. Some jobs leave a surface impression. Others carve out grooves in you where laughter and light and small acts of kindness resound for years. For Yoon-ah, the historical settings, the elaborate costumes, and filming in locations that felt like another era didn't just look good on camera. They invited the actors to step into different selves. Re-watching the scenes, she says, brings back the emotions as vividly as the first take. That's not just nostalgia, it's evidence of a life well lived in the service of storytelling. And when a show tops Netflix worldwide, there's a funny mixture of disbelief and pride. Yoon-ah admits to being surprised and deeply moved that audiences around the globe connected with a theme so specific, royal cooking, of all things. Yet perhaps that's the secret. The universality of feelings. A bowl of stew, a shared meal, a longing glance, these are small human acts that translate across languages and time zones. There's a delightful human touch in Yoon-ah's anecdote about Girls' Generation members watching along. The image of Soo-young laughing through a steak scene while Tiffany playfully scolds her for overworking is the kind of celebrity folklore that humanizes every star. It's a reminder that the people on our Screens are also someone's friends and family. With inside jokes, supportive messages, and the kind of camaraderie that turns professional triumphs into private celebrations. Chae-min listens beside her and folds those threads into his own reflection. Gratitude for chance, for warmth, for moments that might be acting, or might be something else. He wonders aloud whether the beauty of acting is precisely this, a craft that can mimic truth so well it becomes indistinguishable. Or, he teases, maybe it's the beginning of something more. That ambiguity between maybe and what if is what fuels fandoms and late-night speculative threads. It's equally honest and deliciously ambiguous. If this reads like a romance with a chef's kiss, it's because food plays such a pivotal part in the drama. Food on screen is never just food. It's memory, identity, apology, celebration. Watching characters create meals for each other is watching them build trust with recipes. The historical context adds texture, ritual, etiquette, and the weight of tradition, all softened by the simple, modern act of cooking with love. It's no wonder viewers worldwide leaned in. So what's the takeaway? For one, talent shines in shared spaces. Both actors walked away with more than a hit show. They gained lessons, memories, and, in their descriptions, a kind of human closeness that resists tidy labels. For another, the boundary between art and life can be porous in the best ways. Actors don't simply mimic feelings. They excavate them, and sometimes the excavation reveals heartbeats you didn't plan to find. As we let these stories settle like the aroma of a well-cooked meal, we're reminded to appreciate the small confessions, the smiles in between lines, and the way professional admiration can blossom into something frothier and more romantic, or at least more intriguing for fans who love to dream. Before we go, thank you for reading. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the tenderness behind the scenes, please support our YouTube channel. Like, subscribe, and share the warmth, and remember the disclaimer. A few interpretive flourishes live here, so enjoy them as part of the storytelling spice rack. Whether these moments are proof of romance, proof of brilliant acting, or proof that food can unite worlds, they've given us a delightful story to savor. In the end, bon appetit. Your Majesty left us with more than a well-executed dessert course. It gifted us a reminder that affection, on set or off, often begins as admiration, grows with time, and becomes the kind of thing that, once tasted, lingers.